All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm 13 WMAZ, morning. I'm 13 WMAZ meteorologist Alex Forbes. We are gone from 0 to 3 severe thunderstorm warnings here in the past, say, 5 minutes or so. We obviously have the first one that came out just a few moments ago. That's going to be Dooley, Crisp, clipping part of Pulaski, but then also into Wilcox County. Just a moment ago, we got Marion, Schley, Sumter, and Webster County, literally about 10 seconds ago. Ton of lightning within this, and then the National Weather Service in Tallahassee has extended this warning down to the south as well. That's going to be from Cuthbert up to Smithville, including Leesburg there in Lee County, and the northern extent there of Worth County, as all of this slides down to the south this morning at a fairly good clip across central Georgia and now getting into southern Georgia. So 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail is going to be possible within this cluster of storms. So that's moving into Americus as we speak. Cordele, technically, this little part of the storm is its own thing, and that's moving across the northern part of the county, flared up really fast, a ton of lightning inside of it as well. And that's going to be moving into the southwestern extent. Actually, now that I'm looking at it a little closer, I really think that's going to go straight into Wilcox County. So Abbeville and Rochelle, this is headed towards you here in the next little bit. Oops, didn't want to do that. What I wanted to do was get the motion on this. And now it's frozen up on me. Okay, here we go. I wanted to get the motion on this warning so that we can track the storms. It's going to be southeast at about 40 miles an hour. Let's see what we've got. Let's see. Let's pause this and draw it southeast at 40. So I'm going to draw this leading edge here at 40. 140. There we go. So Vienna about 904, Smithville about 906 over towards Lake Blackshear. Obviously, we have a strong storm near Lake Blackshear right now, but this is going to be round 2 about 914. Cordele about 919 over towards East Crisp at 924 and Leesburg at 928 there. Again, a ton of lightning in this as it slides towards the southeast. So that's that main line. Now let's track the storm in Cordele that has prompted its own warning here. So that's going to be right in here. And then let's grab this. Let's get the motion on this first. So this warning is going to be east at 40. So we'll draw this about like that and draw this east at about 40 miles an hour. So there's your timing for this storm. So Tippetville about 909, Pineview about 920, Rochelle about 923, and Kramer at about 928. So this warning goes for another 13 minutes. This severe thunderstorm warning right in here is the one that goes until 9:15. The one we've got over here goes until 9:30. Technically, these counties are not in the 13 WMAZ viewing area. Our viewing area cuts off Macon County down the Dooley Crisp County line just like that. So we're going to continue to watch this storm as it's going to move towards Crisp County as it continues to slide towards the south and east. But then also we've got another severe thunderstorm warning down to the south. This is going to be Worth County, Lee County, all included within this over the course of the next 43 minutes. That warning is going to go until 9:45. Obviously, that's been issued out ahead of the line of storms as it's moving in. So if you're watching us from central Georgia, we've obviously got a lot of rain across our area right now. That's going to be from Macon down through Warner Robins, Houston County, but the severe weather is down here. That's going to be Sumter County, Dooley, Crisp, and Wilcox counties here over the course of the next few minutes. You can see the lightning here. Just a lot of it here across central Georgia, and it's been over the past several hours. We've seen all of that lightning. So yes, a ton of strikes, and you can see back into Alabama. It's still going back towards the Montgomery area as all that continues to slide down towards the south and east. Now, something that's going to be really interesting to watch over the course of the next actually few minutes is I think this storm here over Lumpkin and Americus is going to absorb this storm in some form or fashion. It's going to be interesting to see how it does that. And then eventually the storm behind it as well. Now this red shading color you see here, that's a tornado watch that's in effect. That's going to be South Alabama into the Florida Panhandle and down towards the Mobile area. I don't expect to see tornadoes, much less a tornado watch be issued for central Georgia today. But of course we'll keep an eye on everything as it happens and keep you updated on the latest for that. So we've been tracking these storms all morning. They decided to go severe here in the past few minutes. The National Weather Service, that is. You can see some of the winds in here. Does look a little interesting there. Let's just see what they're talking about. Dime-sized hail reported by law enforcement on Farmers Market Road near Georgia 401-175. That's from Billy Hancock down there on 75. I believe he is Crisp County. Let's double check. Yes, Crisp County, Billy Hancock. Dime-sized hail. So that's 903. That was just a minute ago. Let's see what else. Slight risk. So yes, we're going to continue to monitor the storms through the day today. We do have a level 1 in place for most of central Georgia, but as I was explaining on the morning show this morning, that level 1 was drawn up with poor model data. The models have had issues the past few days, to put it mildly. So I would argue right now that level 1 is maybe not enough. So this is going to be the morning round. We're going to get an afternoon round, but there is going to be a big difference between the two of them. So the morning round is part of a larger system that's working its way through. It's what's called a short wave. That's a meteorological term. That means it's a pulse of energy riding along a jet stream, which or front, I should say, that's situated over us. Remember we had that cold front come through last weekend and then it stalled out? That's that same front that's in the neighborhood, and that's what this piece of energy is riding along. So we're going to get this out of here this morning, but then this afternoon we're going to get the usual summertime showers and storms to fire up, in which case we could get more severe thunderstorms across central Georgia as we work our way into the afternoon. So this warning's going to go here for about the next 9 minutes. That's going to be Dooley, Crisp, the far southwestern portions of Pulaski County, and the far western portion of Wilcox County there, and that's going to be over what did I say, 9 minutes there. So watching all of this closely, of course, rain and thunder is continuing in parts of Taylor County, Macon County. Even here, we heard thunder a little while ago here at the station here in Bibb County. We're not looking at necessarily a severe weather threat here. What we're looking at is some steady rainfall, some rolling thunder, and then that's going to be about it as the core of this slides down to the south and east through Dooley, Crisp, and Wilcox County, that leading edge right there. So let's see if we can see where some of this heaviest stuff is right now. Get down into the Cordele area. So this is going to be primarily north of Highway 280, right along 41. Of course, that parallels 75 there. Sheriff Hancock said that the hail was at Farmer, So you can see the hail there through northern Crisp County. Crisp County saw over 2-inch hail about 2 days ago. So this is roughly the same spot. In fact, where they saw it was near Lake Blackshear a couple days ago. So that's moving into Dooley County as we speak, as this part of the storm moves to the east at about 40 miles an hour. And moves into eventually Wilcox County, which is also included in that severe thunderstorm warning here in central Georgia. So that's the hail swath. Again, we're checking in on the winds. Are seeing some strong winds. The warning was issued for winds up to about 60 miles an hour as it goes here for the next almost 12, it's 8 minutes. Quick math, it's early. I'm running on very little sleep. So, it's nothing we weren't expecting in terms of a threat this morning, but it is, the way it's coming that is been hard to nail down, and we've been having to play it by ear. So this is moving to the east. So the rain beginning now in Rochelle. This is going to be that storm coming in, probably hearing thunder off in the distance. Might even be seeing some lightning there off in the distance. In fact, let me see if I can punch up our Perry Skycam. We've been watching it all morning as rain is falling there at the Georgia National Fairgrounds, and it is trying to load right now. Got a black screen here. There we go. There's the Georgia National Fairgrounds. So you can see the flags waving in the wind. And in fact, I can turn this around down to the south, and we can check out what's going on down into Dooley County. So obviously this camera's in Houston County, and we're going to be looking south into this severe thunderstorm. And we will probably catch some lightning, if I had to guess, based off of the amount of lightning in that storm. So let's see. We've got it down to the south now. So you're looking at Perry Parkway. That's right there on the southern end of the fairgrounds, looking down into Dooley County. Let's sit here and hang out for a second and see if we can get a lightning strike here. Meanwhile, I'm going to check in and see if they want to extend this warning that is set to expire in about 5 minutes. That's going to be that severe thunderstorm warning that's in place for Crisp, Dooley, Pulaski, Sumter, and Wilcox until 9:15. Again, that was for an inch in diameter hail. I've seen the hail size go down since that warning was issued. The wind is roughly the same, which would lead me to think that they would continue it, but we will see here in just a second. Let's see. There we go. Not seeing any lightning just yet. That's kind of interesting. All right, so let's jump back over to the radar here, and what you'll see is, I know we're going to start getting questions about your location, wanting to know what's going on. So let me talk most broadly about Central Georgia, because I see the questions flooding in, all right? So here's the lay of the land right now. We've got this severe thunderstorm warning. In fact, let me turn off the lightning, because it's hard to see with the lightning sometimes. So this severe thunderstorm warning is why we're on Facebook and YouTube and website and Roku and Amazon Fire TV, everything right now. This moving to the east at about 40 miles an hour. This storm over near Americus, sliding over, that's getting over towards Marion County and Chattahoochee County over there, and getting south into Webster and Terrell counties. That technically is not part of our viewing area. Of course, we're watching the storm closely as that continues to slide towards the south and east, but it's this storm that we're most concerned about in terms of 13 WMAZ. Now, if you're watching from Perry, if you're watching from Warner Robins, Macon, Roberta, Thomaston, Butler, Montezuma, Reynolds, Fort Valley, over towards Byron, we have rain moving through. That is not severe weather, though. That's just going to be your run-of-the-mill thunderstorm. Probably a wind gust or two. Not expecting to see any hail out of that. That's going to continue moving, you can see, to the south and east. So we've got a couple, probably a good solid hour and then some of some rain here in Macon. Same with Warner Robins and Perry. That's going to be moving into the Dublin area before too long. And then eventually the Eastman area. I do think the heaviest part of the storm is going to go south of Eastman and Dodge County. So heads up Abbeville, heads up Rochelle. In fact, we can throw a track on the storm again as it continues to slide towards the east at about 40 miles an hour. So let's do that here. Pineview, and that's going to be about 40 there. So Pineview about 9:14. So here in the next minute or two. Rochelle about 9:20. Kramer 9:25. Abbeville is going to be right around 9:30. Keep in mind, all of these times are outside of the warning box, right? So we're going to lose this warning here in the next 3 minutes. And then over towards the Rhine area at about 9:40. So all of this is happening. In fact, we just got the radar update there, so let's draw this again. The heaviest part of the storm now getting outside of the warning box. And go 40. Rochelle 9:14, Kramer 9:19, Copeland 9:30, Abbeville 9:24, Rhine 9:33, and Eastman 9:39. But Eastman, you look at this, Eastman is here, and that's going to be on the far northern extent. So the heaviest of the weather here is going to actually go south of Eastman there in Dodge County. So if you're in southern Dodge County, you got a pretty good storm coming your way. If you are in eastern Wilcox County and southeastern Pulaski County, even if they don't reissue this warning, which we're down to about 2 minutes now, you still have a pretty good storm coming your way. And then eventually that's going to get over towards northern Telfair County there. So that's going to be north of the Jacksonville area. That would be the McRae area, and then over towards Wheeler County. And then once you get into southern Lawrence County there, that would be there. So you see that yellow box flashing there. That's an update to this warning here. And the National Weather Service in Tallahassee is continuing this warning now. This is going to be 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-inch hail. Radar indicated, of course, that is interesting. They have the motion on this east at 50. Which is not correct. So that is moving southeast there, east at 45. Maybe this thing is starting to switch motions. Hold on. Let's throw this in. Yeah, it's starting to take on a more easterly track. Would you look at that? Very interesting. Okay, so kind of interesting that's actually why they updated the warning, is actually to change the motion of the storm. So what the National Weather Service in Tallahassee did was they issued this warning out ahead of it as it was moving to the southeast, And since then, you can see it's taken on more of an easterly trajectory. So they've updated this warning here to say that it's moving to the east. Right, so southern Lee County, Leesburg included, was issued in this warning, and it's entirely possible that they struggle to see heavy rain out of this. So that's interesting. I don't see that every day. But regardless, we're going to lose this warning here in the next minute or so, and we will see what the Weather Service is going to do with that. I believe they're going to let it go, considering we're down to about 10 seconds. So Justin, who's our digital manager, I know he's listening in. I'll tell you what, we're going to hang on to this stream for just a little while longer to make sure they don't reissue it. And then if they don't within the next 3 to 5 minutes, then we'll wrap things up. But the storm's beginning to move out of central Georgia. Of course, they've been moving through all morning long. Heavy rain up and down Interstate 75 right now over towards the Vienna and Cordele area as that continues to see heavy rain right there along the Dooley-Crisp County line. And there goes a new severe thunderstorm warning. There we go. So this is going to go now until 9:45. And notice they've actually drawn this a little more northerly now. So we were talking about Eastman earlier with this motion. Well, now this is going to change a bit. This is going to be moving still east at 30, but you can see it's dislocated now to the north a bit. So let's stop this here, and we will draw a new track on this as it moves to the east at 30. East at 30. There we go. In fact, let me draw this out a bit longer. We'll draw it out for an hour. Just like that, and go east at 30. That'll give you a better idea of some more time. So Rochelle about 9:16. Gooseneck, your area right around 9:23. Abbeville about 9:34. Eastman in your neck of the woods, it's going to be about 9:45. Rhine, 9:46. Chauncey, 9:53. Milan, looking at about 10:02. And McRae, Helena, it's going to be about 10:15 here in the next little bit. So, in Spalding County, report of a tree on the road, West McIntosh Road. That is there in Spalding. All right, let me hop on the Facebook page here and see what y'all are asking about. I'm going to move some papers really fast. Let's see what we've got here. So if you're just tuning in, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. The second one for our area, it started with Dooley, Crisp, Pulaski, and Wilcox. Now we're at Dooley. Oh, it's still the same. It just shifted a bit. I was like, wait, what? Yes, still the same counties, different parts of the counties included within that. So let me X out of this, come here, go 13 WMAZ. Videos, here we go. 39 comments. All right, Jessica says rain and thunder in Wilcox with dark clouds. Yep, that's the storm rolling into Wilcox County right now. Thunder and rain in North Macon, says Mahogany. Yes, but that is not severe weather. That's just kind of your run-of-the-mill thunder and rain. Same with Holly and Warner Robins. Deborah Paramore saying it's here. Let's see. How do I... trying to get everybody's comments. Nope, that's not it. Maybe if I click this button. That's it. Or not. Here we go. Okay, live chat. Han saying it's very windy. Justin saying I need Zax sauce and a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Well, that's competing ideologies, Justin. We got to pick one or the other there. We just got pounded in Cordele, but the rain is letting up. But it's still very dark out still. Yeah, Cordele, and it's about to start up again in Cordele. Another batch of heavy rain and thunder and lightning. Lisa checking in from Reynolds. So Reynolds dealing with the steady rain right now. Let me update this track here as we continue to get new radar scans. This is going to be moving east at 30. There you go. There's some updated times for you. So Eastman 946, Chauncey 955, McRae about 10:15. Thundering bad here and dark in Elko and Hawkinsville. So yeah, the Hawkinsville is included in this warning, but the worst of it I think is going to be south of, especially the Elko Hawkinsville area. It's going to be southern Pulaski. Vienna here, no hail but heavy rain, cloudy ground, and lightning. Yeah, I think the hail was just south of Vienna. The hail was, in fact, we can pop this up here. So I'm going to pop up the hail swath where the radar has measured hail. Whoa, okay, so maybe we had some large hail there in Crisp County here within the past few minutes. That green there is going to be about 1.6 inches in diameter. Hey, Justin, can you ask in the Weather Network group if anybody saw large hail in Crisp County? Or I can do it. I forgot I'm logged in right here. Or am I? Maybe I'm not. Let's see. I am logged in. Okay, let's check out here. Radar estimating. Cool. Okay, just posted that. So if you see hail, let us know. I just posted that in the Weather Network group. If you're not a member of the Weather Network group, I highly suggest joining it. Praying for Eastman, Rochelle, and Copeland. Kind of dark in North Macon. Yeah, so Macon, again, we're not dealing with severe weather in Macon. We're dealing with rain. How bad will it be in Wilcox County? Well, you got a severe thunderstorm warning there. That is going to run for the next little while here. Let's zoom this out. So yeah, a hail producer it does look like. Maybe we can get some pictures. Wilcox County, you know, it's going to be a severe thunderstorm, a lot of lightning. Potential for some hail and some strong winds. Heavy hail now in Vienna, marble-sized. Okay. We'll pass that along. New severe thunderstorm warning, Vienna, got it. Dooley County, yep. Trees down and hail in Vienna going towards Cordele about 10 minutes ago. Round 2 in Cordele now. Madison, where are the trees down? Do you have a road for us potentially? If you could drop that in the comments, that'd be great. Is McRae going to get any hail or bad weather? Yes, this is moving towards McRae. Looking for the possibility of hail and heavy rain. What about Robbins Air Force Base? Just heavy rain and some lightning. No real wind or hail threat. So Taylor County is just in the flash flood warning. We don't have a flash flood warning, but we've got a flood watch, Chelsea. That's going to run until tonight. But yes, the possibility is certainly there. What's up for Twiggs County? Just a steady rain and maybe some lightning. What's it going to be in Lawrence County? The southern end of Lawrence County, maybe a heavy storm, otherwise a steady rain with some lightning, Maryland. Mahogany says, I heard there's a severe thunderstorm warning in Crisp County and Worth County. That would be correct. That's what you're watching right now. No hail yet in Wilcox County. It might be coming your way. Flood watch in Bibb County since yesterday. That is correct. Let's check out the current hail. So I'm not seeing anything overly impressive from the current hail. Right, we're all in this small brown range, which is, you know, you click that, you get 0.2. So that is very small. Here are the hail sizes. So when we say 0.25, we're talking about hail sizes that are, you know, pea-sized, but marble-sized hail was the report from Vienna. Susan saying it's scary in Vienna right now. Yeah, you got a pretty good storm coming through in Vienna. Cowan Road. Okay, let me pass that along to the Weather Service. Marble size hail. Did Lawrence County have hail yesterday evening? Not that I'm aware of. Megan, any hail in McRae? How bad will it be? Yes, hail is possible in McRae, maybe up to quarter size. That's what the warning is for, but watching the details on that as it happens. Why are we getting rain last June when we didn't get much rain in June? says Jessica. Well, it's just kind of the pattern we're in. We've got that front stalled out across the southeast that has energy traveling along it, and as the energy travels along it, you get flare-ups like this, which is why we've had multiple rounds of storms over the past few days. No hail in North Macon, says Mahogany. Yep, not expecting to see any there. What about Washington County? Just some rain headed your way, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder. It's basically what we're seeing here in Macon right now, a steady rain with some rumbles of thunder. If people don't know how to drive, might run into some issues there, and that's going to be your only impact. Let's see. What about Hazelhurst? This is all moving towards Hazelhurst. A lot of lightning headed towards Hazelhurst, and maybe some hail potentially as well, and some gusty winds. A little scary in Americus. Yeah, you're in the brunt of it right now in Americus. It looks like the hail was just outside of Americus, but you know, still could be concerning, right? You hear thunder all the time. Rochelle is getting pounded. The worst of it's not into Rochelle yet. I hate to break it to you, Lena. It's still coming. Rochelle is included in that severe thunderstorm warning, though. All that moving to the east at 30. Although, now it looks like it's picking up that southerly motion again. So that's the last 2 hours. Let's watch the last hour. Yeah. It might be time to update our tracks again. So let's draw this kind of like do 30. That. There you go. McRae 952, Jacksonville 958, Fitzgerald 1008, Lumber City 1018. And that's going to be here over the course of the next hour. Power went out since yesterday in North Macon. Whoa, since yesterday. What part of North Macon is that? Mahogany? Let's see. What about Perry, Warner Robins later this afternoon? So after we get this out of here, we're still going to be dealing with afternoon summertime showers and storms, which could have severe weather included in those. Lauren asking, should we be concerned for tornadoes? No. The answer is no. Not concerned about tornadoes today. Is this weather in Warner Robins predicted to end by the afternoon? It is, Holly, but we are expecting to see a different type of storm potential this afternoon. So I wouldn't call this afternoon a slam dunk storm threat, but we do have the potential to see more thunderstorms in Warner Robins this afternoon. Lots of thunder in the Culloden area. Yeah, Wanda, all across central Georgia, we're seeing lots of thunder right now for the lightning. Just had to ask about the tornado question, and we get a tornado warning just outside of this. So let's see what this is all about. That's going to be that storm just outside of the watch. That's going to stay away from our area, but I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like. Oh, yeah. So if you have any friends in Dale and Henry County, this is the exact area that saw numerous warnings yesterday. They are in a warning now. That's going to be a tornado warning there. Dale and Henry counties, Thursday, 9:15 this morning. So that's going to go 45 minutes. They issue that. I wonder what's going on here. That's going to be just outside the Cuthbert area as well. I still think we're okay from the tornado threat back here in central Georgia, though. Not really too concerned about that. The environment back into Alabama is very different from what we have in Georgia today. Now, the interesting thing is going to be at some point, right? So you watch how all these are moving. This one has like that southerly component. This one's surging south. This one's moving east. So at some point, this has to run into that. And the question is, what happens when that runs into that? It's like a car accident. Which way does the energy go? And that's going to be interesting. So if you're watching from Macon, Warner Robins, Roberta, Gray, Irwinton, Jeffersonville, yeah, I'm talking about a tornado warning kind of far away from you. But you're still seeing some heavy rain. You're still seeing lightning and thunder. No need to be concerned about severe weather right now, generally speaking, north of this line, right? So north of that line, that red line, in fact, maybe I should draw it in white here so it's a little more visible. north of this line, just like that, you are okay from severe weather. All right, so that's Macon, that's Warner Robins, that's Perry, that's Cochrane, that's Dublin, Wrightsville, Irwinton, Milledgeville, Sandersville. You're still going to be looking at heavy rain, still going to be looking at that lightning potential. Don't want to be outside in this. I mean, it is lightning after all, but you're not too concerned about the severe weather threat. That's going to be mainly down to the south. Again, that's going to be Dooley, Pulaski, Wilcox, and Crisp counties. Let's see. Lauren, not saying psychic, but LOL, sorry, don't want tornadoes. Yeah, I don't either. Makes my job a lot more stressful. Stressful is not the right word. It's a lot to handle a tornado warning, right? Lucky you didn't get severe weather in North Macon. Yeah, you're right. Yes, happy to do it, Madison. Passing along info. So this warning is going to go here for another 15 minutes. We might have just taken a power hit here at the station. I think I just heard the generator come on. At least there was a bunch of clicking in the studio. Don't know what that was, but we'll just keep on going here. Amy says, thanks for the update. Absolutely. So time is now 9:30, and it looks like they have just canceled that severe thunderstorm warning. So maybe that went until 9:30 and not 9:45. Let's see what they did. Yeah, that's what they did. They canceled it. Okay. So what this means now is that the severe weather is moving out of our area. We do not have any more active severe thunderstorm warnings as the leading edge of this moves out of central Georgia. So Justin, I'm going to stay on here for just a few more minutes and get this out of Wilcox and Crisp counties, and then we can sign off on this. So no active severe thunderstorm warnings in central Georgia now. That's just, so when we say central Georgia, what we're talking about is north of this line right here. So, you know, Cordele, Lake Blackshear, Smithville, this is all the line, Rochelle, Abbeville. This is where, so obviously we're a TV station, surprise, surprise, right? This is where our market line is. So whenever we're covering severe weather, here's a little inside information for it. Well, it's very public information. You know, our area cuts kind of like this. So once the storms get south of this white line, that's going to be Albany. Once it gets north of this white line, it's going to be Macon, which is hard to write with this tool. But yeah, it's just kind of like that. This is what 13 covers. Let's try 13. There we go. There's 13. And then down to the south, you get Albany. So all this is moving out of 13 WMAZ land over the course of the next few minutes. Hawkinsville is north of that line, Jennifer. We certainly cover Hawkinsville. Abbeville, yep, pretty good storm coming into Abbeville right now, but not severe anymore. Stay safe in Vienna. Yes, the worst of it, luckily, is coming to an end in Vienna shortly. Still raining and thundering and lightning in Wilcox, but not bad. Justin says, I am improving before our eyes with these drawings. Thank you. It's a tremendous effort to draw a 13. Tania asking about Jones County. Just a steady rain and some lightning in Jones County right now. So the only severe thunderstorm warning we have is, again, outside of our area. It's right here. So that's going to be Lee County. That's going to be Worth. Over towards, actually now the northern end of Dougherty County, Terrell County included in that. Sumter is not included in that. But that's what we're tracking right now, all of this lightning here moving out. So again, no severe weather no severe thunderstorm warning with this line anymore. It's lost its wind. Let's check out the hail. We had, this, the radar is estimating 1.5 inch hail fell in northern Crisp County, which for reference, 1.5 inch hail, we'll play this animation again. That's going to be about ping pong ball sized hail, which of course is a severe threat. And it's kind of rare. We see it, certainly not as infrequently as we do baseball sized hail or egg sized hail like we were talking about the other day. We see it, but not often. We see more quarter size, we see the penny size, nickel, marble, and pea sized hail the most often. So there's a little, and in fact, if you want to know how hail forms, we've got that as well. So basically you have water droplets that are suspended in the cloud, and as it moves up to the different levels, it adds frozen water to it, and until it gets too heavy, it keeps going up in the storm, and once it gets heavy enough to where the wind going into the storm can't hold it anymore, it just kind of falls as hail. So that's how you get hail. The more you know. Still thundering in North Macon, lightning strikes and thunder in Warner Robins, South Houston Lake Road. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be looking at here through the morning hours. So we're going to be looking at rain continuing for the next little while. Going to begin to look at the lightning to become a little more infrequent and down to the south. But for the most part, the severe weather threat is coming to an end. So Justin, we can leave this up if you want this radar loop up. But with this, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And of course, we'll be back on if we get another warning. So have a great morning, everyone. Of course, if we get anything else, we'll have you covered here at 13 WMAZ.